Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now.
I don't want to talk about that right now.
Well, I just want you to know.
I don't want to talk about it.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the new episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 13, Episode 2. Let's get started. So the first scene is Dorit going to some beautifully set up picnic that some girls set up, but it's for Dorit and Erika to talk. Dorit is actually the one who invited her because she felt like she didn't get the apology that she wanted back at the thing that they had with Eagle Woman, referring to this BravoCon comment. So Erika is coming in saying that she has to fix this with her. It's not an option. She absolutely has to. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal, and it shows you the lack of storylines that we're gonna have this year. Like, this is really what y'all are talking about, a BravoCon comment. Dorit starts to tell Erika about PK spending too much time in England, and Lord and behold, Dorit shares that she done had another robbery. Allegedly, somebody stole her purse and 3 men were following her. I mean, damn, she must have some pretty bad luck, and these criminals must be masterminds if nobody is catching them. This was so phony, but Erika, like I said, is coming in with a very different tune and says that she wants to be good friends with Dorit because she doesn't have many friends. The next scene is Sutton FaceTiming Garcelle. They're playing a birthday party for Crystal in Vegas, which is pretty cool of them. They want to have some fun, especially because Crystal can be a little bit boring. After the call, Sutton has a matchmaker come over to her house. Apparently, she's a pretty famous matchmaker in the Beverly Hills area. But she says that she's been having some difficulty in the dating department. She has had a lot of first dates, but she hasn't been asked out for a second one. Now, I love Sutton, but I can tell why she isn't being asked out in the second dates. I think she says too many things on the first date that she probably shouldn't say because it does turn off guys. I think it would even be the same, like vice versa. If you just say so many things in the first date, it could be a little bit overwhelming. When the matchmaker said, "What do you want in a man?" And so Sutton begins to list out the things that she wants. And the matchmaker says, "I think you need a man who can lead you." And Sutton says, "Oh, no, 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 no. Never that. Well, Sutton, good luck to you, because a man needs to lead his woman." But that's a whole different conversation. Let's not even get into that. The next scene, we finally get to see Crystal, since we only catched a glimpse of her last episode. She's having dinner with RHOBH and her little brother, who is a mega super pop star in China, which is pretty cool. They're having dinner and they're catching up. They talk a little bit about a breakup that her brother had recently, which might have or might have not been kind of Crystal's fault. And they also have some fun talk about dating someone who's 20 years younger, because Crystal is 20 years younger than RHOBH. Then we move on. Kyle goes to pick up Dorit, but Dorit doesn't actually know where they're going. All Kyle says is that she's taking her out for lunch, but in actuality, she's taking her to a surprise that PK is planning for their anniversary. But in the meantime, Dorit and Kyle are in the car and they start talking about marriage. Dorit is pressing Kyle on her not spending enough time with Mauricio, or as they call him, Mo. Dorit says that she hasn't seen Kyle spend time with him or like post him on Instagram, and Kyle says that she needs space. Dorit says, "You need space from your husband?" I mean, the line of questioning by Dorit was absolutely necessary, but I'm sorry, it was just giving rehearsed conversation. Okay, so Dorit is like, "Where are we?" She doesn't understand where they're going because this is definitely not where they're going for lunch. They arrived at the Beverly Wilshire. But before we see what happens, it's Garcelle's scene, and she says that she's going to a crystal store. Sutton is talking to her assistant, and then Garcelle actually goes to Sutton's house to have some lunch. Sutton talks to her about the matchmaker and admits that she was probably a little bit hard with her and her qualities that she wants in a man, but Sutton doesn't really want to do the traditional male and female thing. So Garcelle asks if that stems from her previous relationship, and she says yeah, she didn't like that when her previous marriage she wasn't in the room when he was making the business moves. But then Sutton asks Garcelle, "What is going on with you?" And that simple question made poor Garcelle break into tears because of that little bratty entitled comment that Jax told her the other day. She always has said that being a mother is the most important thing in her life, so imagine her having to hear something like that. And he apparently also told her that he wants to live with his dad. You know what, Garcelle, you need to let him go live with his dad and see how he's going to be crying probably in a week later talking about he wants to come back. I don't like kids that are rude to their parents. check out my video on Salt Lake City where I talk all about that. But going back to the Beverly Wilshire, Kyle goes to the lobby, gets a key, and they go into a room. PK was trying to recreate some Pretty Woman theme. I don't know, I've never seen that movie. But the sad part is, Dorit was very underwhelmed. I was just like, damn, poor PK. She was talking about, oh, why didn't y'all get the presidential suite? But because she doesn't know what's actually going on, she starts freaking out. Who's with the kids? She started making phone calls, breaking the fourth wall. Very strange. When she called the kids, they say, Mommy, we're all in on this. So she calms down. And then her stylist comes into the room, and an entire glam team does as well, with a bunch of red dresses for her to choose from. And then she begins her transformation, and PK arrives to the hotel after she's been dressed up. He gives her a $5 million necklace. Be careful, Dorit. Don't let anyone steal that from you. Then they go into the room when there's a singer singing a song of Top Gun. They're dancing. It was pretty romantic. Then they have dinner. As they were talking, she says that she has PTSD. Now, it's not because she went to the military or the Navy. She claimed that she still has PTSD from this alleged robbery. She claims that's why she's a control freak. But they do look like a cute couple and a cute team, so I'll give that to them, which I think they do like each other, which is what is important. But let me just say this. If I was going out of my way to surprise my wife, as I should, and as any man should, you should be surprising your wife. But if she's nitpicking and being a control freak about it, I'd be pretty upset. Speaking of couples, we move on to Mauricio and Kyle. It's Portia's birthday party, and they got a lot of food, a lot of stuff going on, but this was a family party, so none of the girls were there. It was just family, in-laws, and that side of the family. As everyone is arriving, Mauricio's mom goes up to Kyle, her mother-in-law, and she says, is everything fine? I keep hearing and seeing things on the press about you and Mauricio having issues, but she assures her that nothing is happening. But Kyle is weird. As they're sitting down, one of the girls makes a comment about her tattoo, but then they say, oh, it's fake. They didn't want the grandma to think it was real. But then when they get up, Kyle goes up to her mother-in-law and says, I have tattoos. The mother-in-law is like, okay. And then she says, and your son does as well. So then when Mauricio finds out that Kyle told his mom that he had tattoos, he gets really upset. He's like, why would you do that? And when he goes back to the table, Kyle keeps nagging him about it to the point where he has to say, I don't want to talk about it. He was mad. And listen, a lot of people are saying, why does Mauricio even care about what his parents think if he has a tattoo or not? I've always said I am more scared of my mom than I am to the police. Okay, so I would definitely not want her to know certain stuff. But yeah, Kyle was just really weird. So then after that, the women are seen packing for the Vegas trip. They get on a private jet that Kyle rented out, and they all give Crystal a gift from the group, a $3,000 necklace. Garcelle says that she and Sutton are happy to host, and Erika says that in honor of Crystal's 40th birthday, they're going to take her to a Magic Mike show. On the plane, Erika also says that she's claiming that the Holy Ghost told her not to fight no one anymore. They arrived to Vegas to a beautiful resort, a 15,000 square foot suite. Wow, it was out of this world. Really nice. They were just really excited to be there, and then that was all. But you guys, I can't wait because the last few seconds was a black screen that said 4 hours later. Apparently, they're going to go to this Magic Mike show, and Erika is going to be, doing her thing with the men, dancing and humping and all that. But Sutton is going to have a massive freak out, and we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but she's going to cuss out Kyle. I can't wait to see what's going to go down for that. But as far as this episode, you guys, that's all we got. Nothing too exciting, unless you consider Dorit and PK's date exciting. But other than that, it was pretty plain. Hopefully seeing them in Vegas will be fun. But let me know, you guys, what did you think about Dorit and PK's date? And what did you think about Mauricio and Kyle during Portia's birthday? Also, one more question for you guys, totally off Beverly Hills. The Real Housewives of Miami is coming back. I will definitely be watching, no doubt about that. But would you guys be interested in me recapping it? If I recapped it, would y'all watch? Let me know. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. You'll have a great one. Bye.